Shalom, this is Kabashban Yasharala. And before I hop into today's lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in the true Paleo Hebrew tongue. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amaf. I want to give a double honor to the apostles, the elders, the GMS who rule well and teach well. I want to give a double honor to my elder as well, Ahira Wan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I want to say shalom to the Akim around the four corners of the globe, pushing this truth and sincerity. And with that being said, this lesson is going to the topic of brotherly love. So our spiritual family consists of those bearing the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And we're to ensure their well-being in the same manner as we would our worldly families. So we're to be for them as best we can, both spiritually and physically. Meaning, making sure they on point with their lessons, just striving in truth in general. How about that? Just striving righteously. And make sure they're good in their personal lives as well. Because people face battles that we may or may not know about. But we're to be there for them, regardless of how much we know. Just have a simple conversation with somebody goes a long way in keeping them in the fight. Like just a, hey, how you doing? Or just calling in to check in on a Yakim goes a long way. Because that's the love we're to have for one another, being brothers and sisters in this truth. Because we're all striving for righteousness. We're striving to obtain salvation. And the Lord has us here to comfort one another. We're a spiritual body. Some person may be weak in one department, some person may be weak in this department. But we come together and we're strong together through the Spirit. But we have to be there for one another, for that love to be there, for that true family bond. And they may need us today, but we may need them the next day. You never know how life plays out. Somebody might call you in their time of need, whether it be money or an ear or just a shoulder to cry on, whatever the case may be. And we're to be that for them, not go out of our way, but do what we can. Even if all you have to offer is a prayer. Because prayer is more powerful than anything that we can do physically. And that shows love right there. And like I said, man, we may need that same help that somebody came to us for the next day. And we want to receive it. So, by showing that love we have for the Akim and being there for them, they'll remember that. Even if you never do need to go to them for anything, they'll remember that and be appreciative of you and have a newfound respect for you for being them through that in their time of need. And that's the glory, that's the praise that we give to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because we don't do this of our own works. We do this for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And if we don't tend to and care for our spiritual family, we don't truly love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because His Spirit dwells within not only us, but within them. If we allow our spiritual family to suffer, go astray, whatever the case may be, and we don't come assist them, we're not true brothers, sisters, so on and so forth. You see somebody in need of something, and you just, you act like Stevie Wonder, like you can't see it. You don't want no parts of that. You're not a true member of the family. Because you don't care for your brother. You don't care for your sister. And ultimately, you don't care for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Because like I said, his spirit dwells within them. Now, that don't mean let somebody take advantage of you. Every time somebody call and needs something, you give it up. Whether it be money, time, whatever the case may be. And we definitely don't let them go astray. We're not in this to be friends. We're family. There's a difference. Families have the hard conversations. Hey, boy, you need to tighten up. Hey, you need to get right. Hey, you going off. That's what we're to be for our Akim. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua rewards us for all our works, including the charity that we provide for our spiritual family. He'll increase us through that. So we're to show love to our Akim, our brothers and our sisters out here pushing this truth in sincerity. It's not just a phrase that we chant. Shalom to the Akim around the four corners of the globe pushing the truth. We're not just saying that out of vanity. We mean that. Because we're to truly and sincerely serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That includes taking care of our spiritual family, being there for them. This is Matthew 25, and I'm going to start at verse 37. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of these of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So anything we do for the Akim, we do for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because his spirit dwells within all of us, and we're gathered through his spirit. So when a brother going through trials and tribulations, a sister, whatever the case may be, we're to be there for them. A brother hungry, get him something to eat. A brother thirsty, get him something to drink. A brother need a ear, a shoulder to cry on, whatever the case may be, we be that for them. Because we're doing that for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And that was Yahushua speaking. So anything we do for our Akim, we're doing for him. If you see a member of our spiritual family going through affliction, going off, whatever the case may be, and you don't do anything to help, you become a part of the problem. Because they see you in good case, and they may feel like the Lord not dealing with them. And that causes all types of doubt, and this, that, and the third, only further pushing them, adding to the burdens, pushing them like I was saying, just adding to the burdens that they bear. And it might get too heavy, and they might collapse. When there was something that you could have did about that. We don't allow our Akim to suffer alone. We're in this thing together. We're in a fight. And if we don't help each other pull through, who will? Even something as little as just being there for somebody. Even if you can't do nothing, just be there for them. Be there with them. Let them know they're not alone. And that goes a long way in helping somebody to endure and overcome. And that's what we're to be for our Akim. Backup, reinforcement. Because ultimately, we want Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to be there for us. Matthew 12 and 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. So that's our spiritual family right there. Anyone fighting for salvation, anyone in the fight that we're in is a soldier of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. And we're to do all we can within reason to ensure that they stay in the fight. It's like you. Whatever reinforcement they need, we're to be that for them. And again, within reason, because you got people that'll come in, they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi on them. They want to take advantage of the situation. They want to manipulate. We're also to be wise in doing so. Just because you have it don't mean somebody need it. But those striving in righteousness, we're to be there for them. Especially people who've proven themselves that they love the Lord. We're to be there for that brother, that sister, whoever the case may be. Anybody who fighting the same fight that we fight. At the end of the day, we focus on our own salvation with fear and trembling. But if there's something you can do for a brother, a sister, somebody of the spiritual family, you do that for them. And anybody who doesn't truly and sincerely care for our spiritual family isn't worthy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. They're not worthy of the comforts that come with being of this household. And eventually it's going to be made manifest that there's an intruder. And they'll be excommunicated, so on and so forth. But that's also the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi that dwells within us. He'll make that be known that somebody's not bearing his spirit if it's not already obvious. So we're to focus on our spiritual family, making sure they're good as we do our families in this world. Salakia for the pause. This is Matthew, Salakia. This is John, chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye may also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye love one another. Yahawashi commanded us to love one another as he loved us. And one of the reasons we're to do so is because this world doesn't have any true love to offer us. 2/3 of our people, they want the love of this world. They want the money, the substance, the popularity. They want the light of this world to shine on them. But we want the light of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi to shine on us. And we can only do that if we're focused on him. And by focused on him, we be focused on our family affairs. Those striving with us through the Spirit. And this world can't comfort us the way Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi comforts us. So a part of showing our love to the Lord is showing love to our Akim. Because the world not going to do that. This world hates us. This world persecutes us. It's a vexation to us. There's no love to be found in this world for us. Those are the sheepfold of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. And if you're disobedient to him, you're not worthy to enter his household and be a part of his family. You just in it to win it for yourself. The Lord has us out here fishing for the lost sheep. The Lord said, if you love him, feed his sheep. So if you just in it for yourself, you don't care about the brotherhood, the spiritual family in general, you're not worthy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because that's a worldly mindset. It was this game we played in the 9th grade back in high school. It was like everybody make a bet or something to that effect. If everybody played their cards right, I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was something like if everybody played their cards right, everybody would win the bet and everybody get a point or something like that. But if all to mess it up, all one team had to do, we'll split up in teams. But like if one team bet on themselves, they get all the points from the other teams for themselves. And all the other teams will lose a point. And eventually got to the point where everybody lost because everybody wanted to look out for themselves. That's not the spirit of love. So we can't be in this thing for ourselves. We got to make sure our Akim are good. Make sure ensure their well-being. Whatever it takes within reason. And furthermore, those on the outside looking in should be able to see and feel the love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai radiating off of us through the bond that we have as a spiritual family. Because we're examples of the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So showing love with the Akim also includes breaking bread. You ain't got to be hungry to provide substance for the camp or just the spiritual family in general. Yahushai stood on business, but he was also brotherly with his disciples. He wasn't just teaching, preaching. He was brotherly with them. He laughed and cried with them. And we're to do the same with our families. We're not just, we're gathered through the spirit, but we're also gathered through the flesh in a sense because we link up together. Whether it be when we having camp, or whether it be to do an impromptu lesson, or whether it be just to break bread. Get to know your Akim. That's where that bond comes from. Cause you got camps out here, they strictly business. In a sense, like IUIC. They have they class sessions, this, that, and the third. That's not being brotherly. Not to say they don't link up outside of that, but the only time you see them on camera, they're partaking in the sacrifice of fools. Because they'll do the worldly TikToks, they'll be in these parades, they'll be in this, that, and the third. They focused on their image. We're focused on being in the image of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And a part of that involves being an example of his spirit, showing forth that love that we have for him and our Akim. And when and like I said, we're gathered by the spirit. So when we come together, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is intensified, making the light we shine even brighter. And that's the light that we want those on the outside looking in to see. Matthew 18:20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. So for the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to be among us, the love has to be there. Because if it's not, we wouldn't truly be gathered in his name. Like these other false camps, churches, so on and so forth. They're gathered for vainglory. They're gathered to put their faces out there like IUIC again. Nate gathered them together to exalt himself. General Yohana of ISUPK. He gathered those people together for his sake for the sake of stuffing their pockets, for filthy lucre in general. They're not doing this for the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Some of these false camps, prophets, so on and so forth, they may call on the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but their mind is far from him. But us, having our mind focused on the Lord, we're focused on having him dwell with us. And we're going to do so if we're serving him according to the spirit of truth and sincerity. And if we say we care for him, we're to care for those who care for him also. And like I said, when we're gathered together, that light is intensified. Because the Lord is with us. But that love has to be there. The Lord gave us a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And those in his spirit are going to show forth that love in any way, shape, form, or manner they can. James 2:15. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit? So partaking in the Lord's workmanship also includes ensuring the well-being of our spiritual family, because we're being judged according to how we treat them, not just according to keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, moving according to the Lord's wisdom. It also goes into how we treat those in the spiritual household of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because if we're neglecting them, you neglect Yahushai. And you're doing so because, like I said earlier in the lesson, his spirit dwells within them. You see that light dimming on a brother? You got to give him a recharge, a boost, correction, whatever the situation calls for to get that brother back on track. We don't want to see our brothers and sisters fall back into the congregation of the dead. And we trying to get up out of here. We don't want to see anybody get set back, fall to a stumbling block. We might not know what trials and tribulations a family member may be facing in their personal life, but the spirit of love goes a long way in keeping them in the fight. So when you see a brother destitute, lacking the things they need, we're to give that to them within reason. And if you can't do so, you do whatever you can to aid them in that situation. You might not have the money that somebody needs necessarily, let's say pay their rent, for instance, but you could lead them to some rental assistance. You could do something, but you just saying, oh, I can't do nothing for you, and you go on about your day, and you don't. That just shows that you don't truly care. That'll make somebody feel, then somebody will feel that you don't care. So that person won't come to you in this time. And then sooner or later, you'll find yourself excommunicated. Or they'll just deal with you in a limited capacity. Or you'll find yourself in that situation and the Lord, being balanced, return that upon your own head. Then he won't be there for you for real. Because that brother, that sister, they stay focused on the Lord, they'll make it through their trial and tribulation. But when it's your turn to go through that and you didn't help your spiritual family, you wasn't there for them, the Lord will make sure you feel that. Like I said, we're not being judged just according to the laws and all this typical stuff we talk about. We're also being judged according to how we treat our spiritual family. And I'm going to close it out with this last precept. This is Hebrews 13:1. Let brotherly love continue. So we show our love for Yahweh Shem Yahushai by the way we treat our spiritual family on this side. That's all. That's it. Let brotherly love continue. So we're to strive in the spirit of love, not the spirit of selfishness. Because like I said, we're in the spiritual battlefield. You see somebody getting overwhelmed, you come to their aid like soldiers do on the real battlefield. You don't let, because if one person fall, the unit becomes weaker. So we do all we can for each other. That's all. That's it. There's no simpler way to put it. Let brotherly love continue. Y'all rock the Zod, that's what's edifying. And until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.